Hey everybody, Steven here, and today I'm looking at the Comica V30 Pro Shotgun microphone. Now Comica is a brand that I've used a lot here on the channel. I have the Traxshot right up there. I have the STM01 condenser microphone that I use for the gaming that I do and the voiceover work. I have the BoomX-D lapel microphone as well, and it's just a brand I really like. I like the quality of these products. So I'm curious to actually try this out and then see how it compares, for instance, to the Traxshot that I'm using here. Now this one is different. It's $54. It does have a red or a black shock mount, but what's different about it compared to the other ones is that this one actually takes batteries. So the other ones actually have built-in batteries that you can recharge, but with this you pop off the end. You need two AAA batteries. But they do say that these will last for 200 hours. On the back you can actually obviously turn this on, but they have a plus 10 decibel gain option with this, and then you can do a low cutter filter as well. So what we're going to do is I'm going to talk more about the specs here in a second. I'm actually going to get this set up, and then the rest of the video we're actually going to use this for the audio so you guys can hear what this sounds like. So let's go ahead and cut over to that. Alright, so this is going to be the V30 Pro here. I did want to talk about what you actually get in the box here outside of just the microphone. We have our user manual. You get your warranty information that you can fill out, and then of course we get our windscreen or our wind muff here, which we're going to put this to this test here in a second because we will be going outside. It's a little bit breezy today, so we'll see how this works. And obviously it's a lot larger to fit the larger shotgun microphone, so curious to see how that performs. So let's talk about specifications with this. So the polar pattern, this is super cardioid. The frequency range is 40 hertz to 20,000 hertz. The sensitivity is negative 33 decibels plus or minus 2 decibels / negative 23 decibels plus or minus 2 decibels. The output impedance is 200 ohms. The dynamic range is 100 decibels. The max sound pressure level is 114 decibels. Essentially, you can go up to 114, but if you go beyond that, you're going to start to get that crack in the audio. Signal to noise ratio is 78 decibels. Audio output is the 3.5 millimeter jack. Battery, we have the two AAA batteries, the battery life, the 200 hours. This only weighs 114 grams. And then the dimensions, this is 210 millimeters long, 62 millimeters wide, and then 80 millimeters tall. So that is going to wrap it up for the specifications. So let's go actually outside. Let's see how this performs. And because this is the shotgun microphone, we can actually kind of back up and see what's the distance, what's the pickup distance with this where it's acceptable. And then we'll actually, with that, check out the increase, the option to bump this up 10 decibels and see how that performs as well. So let's go ahead and cut to outside. Alright, so we're outside. It's actually windier than I thought, so we're really putting this thing to the test. But if there's cracks in audio, that's why. So we're getting gusts of like 20-30 miles per hour. But with this, I'm about 3 to 4 feet away from the camera right now. I'm going to back up a little bit more. So this puts me at about 10 feet, so hopefully you get a good idea of what this is going to sound like at 10 feet. This isn't an increase in the decibels just yet. Now if I start to go beyond this, with most microphones, you're going to start to lose me, and then you can't really hear me at about this 15-20 foot mark. So back at that 3 to 4 feet, let's go ahead and switch this over now to the increase in the 10 decibels of gain. Alright, so this is going to be the increase in the 10 decibels of gain. So on the back of the microphone, when you're looking at it, you have off, you have the middle, which is going to be the increase in the 10 decibels, and then you have all the way to the right, which is on. Now I still have the low cutter filter turned on with this. Hopefully that helps, along with the windscreen here, but still at that 3 to 4 foot mark. Let's go ahead and back up. Now I'm at about that 10 foot mark, so hopefully you can hear the difference between the increase in gain or not. And then this now gets me at about that 15 to 20 foot mark with this. And hopefully we have a good increase in that gain, because I know a lot of people are potentially filming something further away, thus they're trying to get the shotgun microphone. I think once you get beyond this mark though, you really just need a lapel microphone, so something to consider with that. So what I'm going to do now is I do want to review this and see in post what this sounds like. I'm not doing anything to the audio, I'm not cleaning it up or anything like that, but we're going to cut to back upstairs after I've kind of reviewed this, and then I'll give my final thoughts on this product. Alright, so back inside here, I got to review the footage, and I'm really impressed with the sound quality with the audio with this. There are a couple spots where, yeah, it starts to break up a little bit, and that's really just a testament to how gusty it is outside right now. You can even see the camera starting to wobble with this. I have a heavy-duty tripod, but I'm going to have to start looking at kind of going that next tier up, something a little more solid than what I have because of stuff like that where I am outside filming. And where I'm in Oklahoma, it is windy a lot. So I'm impressed with the wind muff here. It did good. Now you get some of those bigger gusts, yeah, that's where we have some of the kind of breakups in the audio, but overall I think it performed really well. And I don't actually record outside that often, to be honest, outside of these videos. So I was impressed with that. Turning on the increase in the 10 decibels for the gain, I was impressed with that. When you got to that 15-20 foot mark, you can definitely hear that huge increase in the gain, which is good without it getting to the point where it's grainy and it's breaking up and it just sounds distorted. So it's still clear. And my first thought was, hey, if I was actually in a room that had, regular four walls, it's not outside or it's not like an open enclosure, I could actually use this and get really good audio, and I may even be able to back further up than the 20 foot mark. I may get 25-30 feet and still have good audio where I'm not having to adjust a ton of stuff in post. But I'm in the fitness industry, and with this I think about going to the gym and needing to record tutorial videos or something like that, and the low cutter filter is going to eliminate the background noise a little bit for you. This, you're going to have to stay direct in front of it because it's a shotgun mic, so something to consider with that. But it's picking it up really, really well. So I could back up, I could do my tutorial without needing to be very close to the camera. The fact that it has the 3.5mm headphone jack too, if you have an attachment for your iPhone, or if your Android phone still has that 3.5mm headphone jack, you could plug that right in and you can now record and get really good audio on your phone as well. So overall, I am impressed. I think the price point is really good at the $54. The only thing I would adjust is maybe it's $10 more, $15 more if they had one that had the built-in rechargeable battery, like some of their other products, and you had the two options. Because I could see some people being like, hey, I don't even want to mess with having to recharge this. Let me just use the two AAAs, and then when those are done, I can toss them out, but I don't have to think about recharging this as much. With some of these, it's like, hey, after a couple shoots, hey, I need to recharge these. This with the 200 hours, you're going to get a lot of record time with this before you need to replace those. But the fact that they could have the two options would be something that I would like to see down the road. But other than that, I'm really impressed with this. Good audio. Like I said, it's not crazy expensive. When I look at like the Movo Mini that I have, that was about $40. That's the mini shotgun microphone. The audio is not as good as this, and one of the reasons why you need the batteries is because you have that option to increase the gain, and then you have the low cutter filter. The Mini doesn't have that with the Movo that I have. So with the shotgun mic that I'm using now, you get those two options, and it's only an increase of $10 over that price point, right? $10, $15. So definitely worth it in my opinion. But if there's something that I didn't answer, let me know in the comment section. I'll make sure that I answer that in the comment section for you guys. Or if I have to do a follow-up video, I can always do that. But I will make sure that a link for this is in the description. If you guys like the video, hit the like button for me. If you want to continue to follow along with all my content, hit the subscribe button for me. Thanks so much for watching.